What are the 10 biggest animals of all time? Well, that's what we're going to find out today, as we're watching this video by Top 5 Best.
Number 10.
Number 10!
Paraceratherium.
What? Try and pronounce that. Wait. Give up.
As when the elephant wasn't included in the world's biggest animals. Well, today I'm giving you something even bigger than the elephant, and it's not the mammoth. I'm talking about
this is something that's extinct, I assume.
Which holds the title of being the largest land mammal that has ever lived. This makes them almost 3 times heavier than the heaviest elephants we have today.
Wow.
Just like elephants, they were not an immediate threat to other animals or humans because they were herbivores. But with a size that big, I'm sure they were pretty...
They are so weird! I see rhino, I see elephant, and I see horse.
Pretty intimidating, and they kept predators at a distance. It seems like they went extinct when the landscapes in Central Asia started to transform, making it hard for the Paraceratherium to find them.
Paraceratherium.
Number 9.
Number 9! What's this?
Whale shark.
The whale shark. Is this still?
Here's one that we previously saw on the biggest animals.
Wow,
in the world,
that's massive, isn't it?
Of our lists, the whale shark.
The whale shark.
Let me refresh.
Look at that mouth.
You to some facts
that
about
is
this
a big
impressive
gob.
Animal. First of all, the whale shark is the largest fish in the world. That's right, although its name implies otherwise, this animal is not a whale, but it is indeed a fish.
Oh, okay.
The name is simply a reference to its massive size, and if you haven't seen one yet, you'd probably think it is a whale.
How big is it?
They can reach a size of 14 meters long and can weigh up to 41,000 pounds.
14 meters long. I'm about 1.7 meters, so it's about 8 of me. Imagine a little fishing boat on one of those monsters comes up to you. This is why I won't go in the sea. You do not know what is below you.
They're known for having long lives, and some of them make it to 150 years.
150 years, wow.
With their enormous size, they could easily reign in the underwater world, especially when they move across the major oceans.
They are huge.
However, despite the shark naming, they are filter feeders, which means that they mainly
just
eat
open their mouth, don't they?
fish
Yeah.
that get caught in their big mouths. They are pretty friendly, and sometimes they can be spotted swimming with humans.
Oh, I want to see a human next to it. Oh man, I want to see a human.
Leadsichthys.
Oh, these look scary.
While the whale shark is the largest fish in today's world, it is not the largest fish in history.
Really?
There's a fish that was larger, and that's the Leadsichthys.
But that doesn't look. It looks like a small
far
fish.
From the size of whale sharks. Earlier estimates stated that a Leadsichthys could be about 27 meters long. However, later studies have shown that they might have only been around 16 meters long, which is still a bit bigger than the whale sharks, but just not for that much.
That is mad.
Also, they were heavier, weighing about 43,000 pounds. And just like the whale shark, the Leadsichthys was also a filter feeder, eating plankton.
That looks really scary, though.
Any small creature that got stuck in its mouth.
There was a clip going around recently of the whale shark where it captured somebody in their kayak, didn't it? It wasn't a whale shark, it was a humpback whale. But oh my god, how scary!
Kinda wish we had the Leadsichthys today, but at least we still have...
Why is it that when an animal's extinct, it has an impossible to pronounce name?
Bronosaurus.
Bronosaurus! Oh my god, how scary is that?
The animal I have here, though, considered once as the largest pilosaur ever.
Oh my god, that is scary.
At the top of the food chain.
Gee, damn right.
Bronosaurus.
It's like a crocodile.
Named after the Greek god Cronus, who ate his own children, was a very intimidating predator.
Yes,
it could
he
be
looks
about
it.
10 meters tall and weighed something between 30 to 40,000 pounds.
10 meters.
It would prey on all sorts of creatures, including fish, squids, and even other pilosaurs and ichthyosaurs. With such an intimidating reputation and a name, I'm sure the...
Imagine that! You go to SeaWorld and you... That would be incredibly... kind of scary. It's like Jurassic. That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Number 6.
Number 6!
Titanoboa.
Titanoboa.
You might remember the anaconda and the python as the largest snakes in the world today.
Oh my god.
But
Oh my
these
god.
two are
Oh,
so
freaking me out.
small compared to
I
their
can't
very
deal with
large
snakes.
ancestor, the Titanoboa. This big snake, which could be as long as a school bus, lived in the South American rainforest about 60
Oh,
million
a constrictor's
years ago.
huge.
With
Oh, this is
about
freaking
13
me out.
meters of length, the snake was not just long, but it was also quite wide, to the point that it would have to squeeze into your door frame if it came to find you in your house today. It's estimated that this big snake weighed about 2,500 pounds, which makes it half as heavy as a giraffe.
Wow.
So don't think you could have just picked up this snake and take it home as a pet, or
No.
toss it away like some people do when they find snakes in the wild. This snake was pretty much like any other big animal today, and it was better to leave them alone.
Yes, leave him alone.
Hi.
Number 5!
The Megalodon.
Megalodon. I've heard of Megalodon,
Here's
the big
another one
shark.
from our previous videos, the Megalodon, the largest shark ever and the protagonist of a poorly rated movie franchise.
Oh,
Just like many
how
other
big?
prehistoric creatures, the name of this
What?
animal comes from the Greek and the meaning
Bigger than a
is big
T-Rex.
tooth. I guess that gives you an idea of how big and wide its jaws really are. Not only was it the largest shark in the world, but it's also one of the largest vertebrate predators ever. How intimidating can that be? Just think about this. The
How big?
white shark, which is the current largest shark in the world today that's carnivorous. It can grow as long as 20 feet long and weigh as much as 7,000 pounds.
20 feet.
However, the megalodon was easily 3 times bigger in size and could be 15 times heavier than its modern-day relatives. With such a large size...
Could you imagine that? Sharks are scary enough. A big great white. This thing they're saying could be like 60 foot long. They could still be there somewhere, just really deep. We never see them.
In the predator instinct, this animal was likely at the top of its food chain and it probably fed from dolphins and maybe even whales. The animal went extinct more than 1 million years ago, but some people like to think that the megalodon is still out there in the deep ocean or the Mariana Trench or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I guess Hollywood has really put some crazy ideas in our heads, or maybe they know something that we don't. Maybe I'd stay away from the deep waters either way.
Yes.
Number
100%.
4.
Number 4.
The Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus. This is
Films have made a really great job of
bigger
bringing
than the
awareness to
T-Rex?
prehistoric animals. For that reason, thanks to movies like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, we know a bit more about dinosaurs and other animals that are now extinct. And while some of the portrayals are exaggerated, we at least learn the names and some interesting characteristics of these species.
Very true.
That's the case of the
It did bring it to light.
a dinosaur that you probably remember from the Jurassic Park movies.
It was in
the
Jurassic
90s.
Park, wasn't it?
They were the largest carnivore dinosaurs on Earth. They could be about 18 meters, and in fact, at 1.8 meters long, their head alone was the size of a human being.
Jeez.
And those spines on their backs were about 2 meters high.
Wow.
Even though they were so big, they didn't feed from any large animals. Their diet consisted of fish and sharks that they could eat with their serrated teeth. Their ability to swim made it easier for them to get this kind of food.
Could you imagine if Earth had dinosaurs still? You look out your window, and there's just a Spinosaurus just strolling by. You go down to the local beach, and there's signs saying, "Beware of the megalodon." Our lives would be very, very different. Number 3.
Number 3. Argentinosaurus.
Argentinosaurus.
At this point,
This is
you've
a
already learned about
herbivore.
the largest mammal and largest dinosaur to ever dwell on the land. But there's another animal that lived on land that was even bigger than those two. It's the Argentinosaurus, which is known as the king of sauropods.
Wait, we still got 2 more.
You are not dinosaurs. The Argentinosaurus was in fact not just large, but also the longest one to live on land. They could reach a
They look
height
really
above
friendly,
7
don't they?
meters and weigh about 224,000 pounds.
Wow.
Even their eggs were bigger than the biggest eggs you've seen. They were almost as big as a coconut and weighed 5 pounds. It would take these animals about 40 years to reach adulthood, which gives them plenty of time to gain those 200,000 pounds needed to be a healthy grown sauropod. It's estimated that their daily diet needed an intake of 100,000 calories, which is like eating 300 muffins in one single day.
Muffins.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Shazosaurus.
Shazosaurus.
If you're into reptiles and exotic prehistoric animals, you've probably heard about the Liopleurodon.
I've never heard of it.
In fact, we've even mentioned it in our video about 10 animals that were scarier than dinosaurs.
Okay.
Some people have said that the Liopleurodon was the
Look at that
largest
mouth.
aquatic reptile to ever exist.
Look at the
But
the
even though it
teeth.
was quite big and intimidating, it was not really the largest one. That title belongs to the Shazosaurus, an animal that
friendly,
was not
like a
that
big
scary or
dolphin.
dangerous, but was definitely big. He was about 20 meters long and weighed around
20 meters
80,000
long.
pounds. It's almost as big as the sperm whales we have today. However, the Shazosaurus was a toothless reptile and it had a very small jaw, which suggested it probably fed by sucking things like a vacuum.
Did it? That's sus.
Number 1.
Number 1. Let's go.
Blue whale.
The blue whale.
That's
Is it really
right,
that
once
big?
again, we have the blue whale.
And that's
at the
obviously
top.
not extinct.
It's really impossible to keep this animal out of this spot. This animal has been, still is, and hopefully
didn't realize they were
will
that
always be
big.
the largest animal in the world.
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't like to see any animal larger than this, but it would be quite interesting.
How big is it?
The blue whale can reach a weight of 180 tons and a size of up to 30 meters long. That's about the size of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is already one monumental work of architecture.
Wow.
Us humans are just really, really tiny next to this thing.
30
You think
meters.
elephants are big? Well, the tongues of the blue whales alone are as heavy as an elephant.
What?
Also, the hearts of these big mammals can be as heavy as a car. And you'd think
Oh
with such
my
a big
God.
size they would feed from big animals, but their main diet
No, they
consists of
chill.
tiny plankton and small shrimp called
They're
krill.
chilled.
They're decent swimmers, moving at 30
Imagine getting
kilometers
swallowed
per
by a
hour,
blue
and with
whale.
that impressive size, I'm surprised that they can move that fast.
30 kilometers an hour. I work in miles an hour. I don't know how quick. About 20 miles an hour. That's pretty quick.
Impressive size, I'm surprised that they can move that fast. And just in case you've forgotten, or perhaps you don't even know it yet, whales are not fish. They are mammals.
Mammals, sorry.
Just like dogs,
mammal.
bears, and other hairy animals you see around, and just like those animals, baby whales also need their milk. They can drink up to 600
They get
liters of
milk.
milk each day, gaining about 90 kilos of weight on a daily basis during their first year of life.
Wow.
That explains how they reach their large size in adulthood. The number of blue whales have been decreasing due to the threats of whale hunters, so we hope that does change in the future.
would not
as
wanna
these
hunt
are
one of
just
those.
such beautiful creatures.
I wouldn't want to
And
hunt any
honestly,
animals,
I don't think
but
we want to see another animal
a
on
big
this list
animal.
go extinct. Even when their
Why would you
size
hunt
is so
them?
big that it can send chills down my spine.
yeah. Imagine just being in a boat. Now that thing's not going to intentionally hurt you because it doesn't eat you or anything, but it makes me feel funny. I feel like we've learned a lot today, and I'm actually surprised the blue whale was number 1. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and go and watch this video because I promise you, you're gonna love it.